multi. We've got a plethora of superstars in this game. I think Adelaide will go on the road and get it done. Kendrick Davis, 8+ assists. He averages around that number. Big Trez on the glass, and Jordan Crawford, he'll be coming off the bench. It won't matter. He scores the ball freely and often. So there's your Sportsbet same game multi for Tassie and Adelaide.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Not far away at all. The Adelaide 36 is taking on the JackJumpers. Let's get to these bold predictions, Leonard. We do not have long.
Milton Doyle, 30. You guys have been killing him. He's going to get 35 tonight. Let's go.
36, apparently.
36.
Very particular.
30.
I've got Adelaide 50 paint points minimum. I think they're going to go inside early and often. We'll see. I was right last time.
Hey, I like it. You guys run over there because Joel Peters is about to call the best game I reckon we have ever heard in the history of the NBL. Such is his abilities. Tassie, Adelaide starts now.
As Montrez Harrell just bullies his way inside.
Too big.
And as the little big man helps himself to another layup.
As soon as Davis gets into the middle, gets it to Montrez into the clouds. Another block, this time it's Deng. DJ. It's a playoff-shaping game on Friday Night Hoops as Tasmania hosts Adelaide at My State Bank Arena. The Jackies have lost their past two. Adelaide's won its past two. And all of a sudden, the 36ers look a force to be reckoned with. But this Tassie crowd is very much that as well. And they will pack this venue out once more, looking to get back onto the winners list. It is a summer shootout game, so plenty riding on tonight. 6th and 8th on the Mitsubishi Motors ladder. Pete Hooley, Leonard Copeland alongside myself, Joel Peterson, and Kelsey Brown. And this has got a bit riding on it, Pete.
Sure does. The good old double points game. Adelaide, you saw it there on the Mitsubishi Motors standings. They want to get into the top 6. Tassie are trying to hold on, but as you also mentioned, the summer shootout game where we all NBL fans alike, questioned the pick of taking on the reigning champions in My State Bank Arena. But with the big injury news, Copes, might have been the right one.
Yeah, Tassie are missing 2 key pieces. But we say this every time, but they always make a game of it. And I think this game will be closer than people think.
And they've got plenty of scoring power as well, Halls. We know that Kendrick Davis has been going absolutely bananas of recent times. DJ Vasiljevic back in the lineup, and that man Montrez Harrell has been going great guns.
They've been enormous. I mean, Kendrick Davis, we spoke about in the pre-game, the numbers that he's putting up is absurd. But Montrez, he's their engine room, and then DJ, well, he's got some fond memories of playing on this floor a couple of years ago, hitting the big silencer, playing for the Kings, and I'm sure he'll be ready for a big one.
Absolutely. He's been in good form since he's come back into the team, and a couple of players that you want to see a little bit more from tonight, Coach.
I'd love to see these guys go at it. I want to see them go ticker for ticker. Just go to work, and if Milton Doyle comes down and hits a 3, I want DJ to go down and hit another one. I want to see this battle because these are 2 very good 2 men in this league.
Absolutely. They will be a big part of it for their respective teams tonight. Jordan Crawford, he's got an interesting role when you look at the way that he started the year in the starting lineup. Now back to the bench, of course, no Sean McDonald. So Scott Roth's got a bit of tinkering to do with minutes, Halls.
Yeah, he does. And again, I believe he's still coming off the bench, which one is surprising because there's no Sean McDonald, but there's also no surprise that he's a completely different player coming off the bench. He is just a bona fide scorer. He's scored his whole professional career. That's just what he does. So when he gets to come off the bench, he can just put up the ball, doesn't have to worry about facilitating, none of that. And if he does continue to come off the bench for the season, which it looks like it, he will be a leading contender for the 6th man of the year. Has to come off the bench for the rest of the way to qualify. Looks like he might.
I don't know. I'd love to see him start tonight because there's no Sean McDonald. He's going to be very aggressive, either off the bench or starting. But they need a good start. They need to come out, good start early to maintain this game.
Yeah, they need to get off to a fast start, this Tassie team, because we know that Adelaide can put points up on the board. Absolutely, he's going to be part of it, and he is hyped. A big week for Jordan Crawford. We know that much for sure, of course. No Sean McDonald. There is some tinkering for Scott Roth to do, and tinkered he has done, Kelsey Brown, as we welcome you in. It's a very different-looking Tassie starting 5.
Thanks, Joel. Great to be here in Tassie. And as you said, it is a very different-looking starting 5. Both these teams tonight, Adelaide and Tassie, have played different starting 5s across the whole season, some to injury, some to form. But the interesting one for me tonight is Nick Stoddart. Last week he debuted for the Tassie JackJumpers. This week he comes in and he starts. for Sean McDonald. So no Jordan Crawford in the starting lineup. 10 different people have started for Tassie across the season. And across the way with Adelaide, the typical subjects, you've got Montrez Harrell, DJ Vasiljevic, Kendrick Davis, Lat Mayen, and Isaac Humphries there. I think this game's going to be absolutely huge. And I know you didn't ask for my tip, but I think I'm going to go against Tassie and go with Adelaide.
Good on you, Kels. Thank you. So plenty riding on this one. The opportunity is there for Nick Stoddart to come in, provide some energy, try and ride his luck tonight in his first NBL start.
Oh, probably doesn't get much tougher than having a guard Kendrick Davis. Actually, you think about the whole weekend. They welcome the Perth Wildcats on Sunday, so he's going to go from guarding the second leading MVP candidate to guarding the leading MVP candidate in the space of a week.
So what you're saying is if we want to know who should win MVP, we need to ask Nick Stoddart on Sunday night.
Exactly right. He's going to have a big test ahead of him. But again, sometimes just being thrown into the fire can help. And you've got some true vets around that can really help you lead the way with Doyle, even Drimic, Ruben Tarangi. These guys can do what they do best and step up and fight with their backs against the wall.
We saw it in the pre-game, Copes. The two times these teams have played so far this year. Round 5, it was Adelaide, 77-73. Round 10, it was Tassie who won, 77-73. And for the sake of the summer shootout, I hope we get a bit more scoring than that tonight.
Let's hope so. But look, let me tell you something. Adelaide weren't known for their defense, but they have picked it up over recent games. But Tasmania's been a defensive stopper the whole year. I don't know why you would pick Tasmania, but it might be a good choice this time, Pete.
It's fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing that Lat Mayen and Milton Doyle battle because Lat Mayen did a good job last week.
And the praise of his coach for his energy and his attention to detail. Mike Wells will be wanting Adelaide to bring that once again. For the JackJumpers, well, they love their backs up against the wall. This is the kind of scenario that Scott Roth enjoys. Fabian Krizlovic coming off one of his best games in recent history. First double-double in nearly 4 years for the big man. And Stoddart gets an early touch on the offensive end for the JackJumpers. First start of his NBL career. The 25-year-old, and he's going to put up the opening shot.
Young fella coming in, putting it up, huh? Okay.
Played all the basketball in Queensland throughout his journey and most recently with the Ballarat Miners in the NBL1 South. Humphries had it, lost it. Sixers keep it alive. Davis. Recycles it, fading away, connects.
Second chance opportunities, that's one thing that Tasmania are going to have to limit. When you're down significant pieces, if you do a good job defensively and force a miss, you must come up with the board.
See it there, 24 points a game for Kendrick Davis. He's been an absolute force, a revelatory influence for this Adelaide team. Milton Doyle, that's a better start. He's already doubled his tally from last time out.
That's exactly what we want to see. We want him to be aggressive. Yeah, you're going to have bad games as an import, but you still got to get the shot up, man. They're depending on you to score, so.
Vasiljevic cashes that one.
No way you can leave him that wide open and think you're going to get a win, because he can flat out shoot it.
Doyle at the other end. He's in a mood early. You two saw Adelaide firsthand last time out as Harrell puts his head down and thumps it down.
Okay.
So this is what Tasmania do when they're down men, though. They really try and ramp up the defensive pressure. They're going to try and trap it. You can't allow a guard to get to the sideline. That's just a young fella just caught out of position, because what happens? You're trying to rotate, get back in transition, and you leave a lights-out shooter down open in DJ Vasiljevic. They do it all the time when they're down personnel. They've got to just pick up those little 1%ers.
You're up close and personal with them last weekend over in Adelaide. What did you like about the way this 36ers team looked?
I thought it was their defense. I thought it was a team defense. Yes, we speak about Lat Mayen guarding CG, but whenever CG got away from Lat Mayen, he had help. He had guys helping out. So the team defense for me was a big difference.
And what we're going to see as Krizlovic knocks that one down is the ultimate green light from everybody. Scott Roth would have said, okay, we need some scoring. So if you're on the floor and you're open, it doesn't matter who you are, what your role is, you've got to shoot the ball with confidence.
Davis certainly does that. Humphries, he recycles it for another couple of second chance points for Adelaide. Saw Doyle miss a 3 that last time down, 0-5 the other night. Anthony Drimmick's got no problems there, playing against his former team.
That's the beauty of it as well, the silver lining that you know you're going to have this longer leash, perhaps, if your role isn't to shoot a whole lot. If you miss a couple, make some turnovers as long as they're aggressive ones. Coach is going to keep him on the floor because he has to.
I think Copes had one of those like retractable leashes when he was playing, Pete.
Never had one.
Sort of 30-metre job.
Wow.
Vasiljevic from way downtown. That's no good.
Great defense. See Drimmick there pumping up the bench. Gonna have to help each other over and over. Just grind it out.
Latmayan will be wearing Milton Doyle like a glove this evening, going everywhere he goes.
And his size is half the battle. I mean, he's long. Even when you get past him, great pass by Milton Doyle. Even when you get past him, he's so long, he still bothers your shot.
Back-to-back buckets for Tassie. See there, Anthony Drimmick with some really good numbers last time out against the 36ers, 14-5 and 5. Down low they go to Humphries, and that is a big advantage.
They can get that anytime they want. Again, just nice execution on the offensive end.
Tied away at 11, 3.5 played. Foul off the ball between the two 11s in Tarangi and Latmayan. Latmayan playing, Ruben Tarangi playing game number 351. Scott Roth paid tribute to him in his post-match presser last time out, saying, can't believe that no one wanted this guy at the start of the season. Of course, Tassie signed him after they lost Jack McVeigh. He's come in and played a role for the JackJumpers. Harrell gets a piece of the Doyle shot, and Mayan then gets a piece of Krizlovic. And then Harrell gets a real piece of Anthony Drimmick. Vasiljevic at the other end lays it home.
One thing about Adelaide, they got scores on that floor.
Drimmick as easy as you like.
There you go. Talk about a summer shootout. Doesn't matter. You don't have to win the game. You just got to score the most.
Generally, when you score the most, you win the game. I think.
Not necessarily.
Oh, dear, oh,
Yet to see one where that doesn't occur.
I know.
No diving into the record books. 14 plays 13, 6 of 10, each of 2. From the field in the early stages. Stoddard cashes it.
Okay, young fella. Young fella's got plenty of confidence, I see, huh?
There's Drimmick on the Amy replay. He enjoyed that, and then the young fella, it's a bit of a dart, but that's a bullseye.
And he was happy with that, wasn't he?
First three-pointer of the career of young Nick Stoddart. That is terrific to see. Scott Roth has shuffled things up at the Tangerine timeout. Tassie lead by 4. He spoke to Kelsey Brown pre-game about making the move in the starting lineup.
Your starting lineups over the last few weeks and over the season have had to change because of injuries and different people available. But we saw last week Drimmick come back into the lineup. What are the decisions that you make around the starting lineups and how are you making them?
Well, we just talk as a staff and we just try to put out the best roster out there that we can in the beginning. And it's really about finishing the game. Actually, starting is really irrelevant when you really think about it, unless you're just getting off to horrendous starts. And so for us, it's just putting some different guys out there, and they'll have some chances to play again.
He loves finding opportunities for players, Scott Roth. He loves delving deep and finding a role, finding a task for individuals, and that's what he's done tonight with Nick Stoddart, and he's up to it early.
He took the first shot of the game. You've got to come in with confidence when you get your opportunity. Defense is going to go under. Adelaide are going to try and see how well he can play.
So
straight into the fire.
5:24 to go in this first period. Tassie by 4. Kels, what did Mike Wells have to say?
Well, I want to talk about the stadium. They went absolutely off for Nick Stoddart's first 3 there, so an impressive one for him. But I did listen to Mike Wells. No surprises, he said it was about getting out to the shooters. He said, have more respect. Know who the shooters are. We're letting them get way too comfortable.
A tramp up the floor, Tassie. Latmayan can't finish. Almost created a wide open look for himself. Milton Doyle at the other end.
And I love when Milton Doyle's aggressive, man. They're a much better team. You got no Magnet, you got no Sean McDonald. You got to be able to put the ball in his hand and let him go to work. And then when you bring Crawford off the bench, he has to go to work.
8 of 12 in the early going. Tassie 3 of 4 from downtown, lead by 6. Davis inside, taken away by Drimmick. 2-on-1 fast break. And the fleet feet of Montrezl Harrell put an end to that.
Well, their defense has been really active. The JackJumpers, everybody helping out, getting hands in deflections, and they're getting off and running. 19 points already on the board.
Vasiljevic and Harrell check out. Martin comes into the game alongside Jason Kadee. Gack into the game for Tassie. So too Ian Hummer. Stoddart lost that one. Davis picked his pocket and fires the 3-ball. Milton Doyle coming off a 10-assist game, or 10-rebound game last time out. Offloads to Hummer. He draws the foul.
We've seen Ian Hummer at the free throw line sometimes this season. I'll tell you what, from Kendrick Davis, now, he's having one of the best seasons we've seen, but that shot he can get at any point. When your team's trying to just wrestle back some momentum, we already saw what happened with just some easy execution. Screen, roll, high-low. Isaac Humphrey's got a layup. Just set something up, get everybody in the right position, and continue to feed it inside, as Mike Wells told us in the pre-game.
Hummer misses the first at the free throw line. His second attempt since beginning his NBL tenure with the JackJumpers, 6th game. He's now made his first NBL free throw. 7-point margin. 4.5 remaining in this first period. Joel Peterson, Pete Hooley, Leonard Copeland, Kelsey Brown with your Friday night hoops in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Wide open look from Martin. Humphreys was a little slow getting it to him. Jarrell keeps it alive. 5 seconds for Davis. Now down to Martin. Matched up with Stoddart. Needs to go quickly. Humphreys tries to tip it home. And there's a foul in the fight for the rebound.
I love the fact that Adelaide are on that board. Every miss, there's an Adelaide 36 or somewhere around that ball. So that's going to help them down the track with extra shots.
Well, Martin picked up 2 fouls in less than a minute. So he sat straight back down. And in comes Montrezl Harrell, not much breather at all.
It's almost hard to do. Stoddart gets a nice round of applause from the crowd as he sits down. Doyle to Crawford, to Gack inside. Left it a bit short. Davis, Kadee, Humphreys, May and Harrell the 5 for Adelaide. Crawford, Gack, Doyle, Hummer and Steindl out there for Tassie. This is an Adelaide summer shootout game, so they need to score more than 91 points to take the clubhouse lead in the 3rd game of the summer shootout. Down to 3 on the clock. Davis is money.
See what Tasmania are doing, though. They're going to live with those heavy contested 2s. And that's what it's going to take to beat them.
Doyle now guarded by Davis. He shoots it cross court, but Kadee gets a hand in.
That's one for Bill Doyle. I'd just like to see him square up. Square up and see what Kendrick Davis is going to do. Keep the ball up, and he might just be able to rise up. Just kiss it off the glass.
Or backing down. I mean, you got a guy smaller than you. These guards today are so smart, though. They pull the chair on you. And now you end up turning it over.
He's the facilitator here for Jordan Crawford. Tassie back out by 7. Vasiljevic gets fouled on the way across.
Right now, the 2 things that Tasmania you can never question, no matter who's on the floor. If you're in a JackJumpers jersey, they're going to work hard and they're going to execute. If you don't come prepared to match them on both of those areas, it doesn't matter how well you shoot it, you're going to be in for a long night.
Exciting news for Jordan Crawford in the last couple of days as well, with another child, Asher Don, joining the family. So well done to the Crawford clan. Tiff and JC and sister Elena. Big couple of days, an exciting time for the Tassie organisation and their import point guard. 22-15. Jackies lead in the early going here. 4-point games both times these teams have met so far this season. Hummer working his way inside. No good. Adelaide's only win here at MyState Bank Arena was back in the 21-22 season, the first time they ever ventured here. as Harrell finds Humphries underneath.
That play is on all day long. High-low, because when you swing that ball, the eyes are on the ball. And Isaac posts up very well on that box. Get him the ball, and he's strong.
22. Scored out of it every time they've run it. I'll be just going back to the well as much as they can as Rasmussen gets caught off the ball just a little too overzealous.
Replay centre, and then we'll come back to you. Is that okay? Yeah. All right. Replay centre. Can you please confirm
Highlighting
ready? Here we go.
score discrepancy. Or maybe Damien Lyons, Brad Henshaw, our officials this evening. 2 minutes remaining here in this opening term. Friday night hoops. Stoddart to Steindl, rises up. Last touch by Humphries.
Extra efforts. You never question it. They're always going to play hard.
Here we go, green ball.
Jack won't get credited for the offensive rebound, but that's his effort.
Query on the scoreboard in venue, so the scoreboard you see on your screen is correct. Crawford out wide. Davis races up the floor. Humphries pulls it down. And he's fouled trying to put it back.
He's done a good job on the board.
3 offensive rebounds. He has been active down there.
I said a long time ago, if you can get Isaac going early, then he gives you all the little extra. Get the ball inside to him, let him score, let him feel like he's a part of the team. Offensive rebounds, he's playing good defense, he's making the right pass, but you gotta help him out early.
.12.5 points a game for Isaac Humphries this season, shooting 60% from the field, 6 rebounds. Block and a steal, so productive as ever. Second season back in Adelaide.
He's going to miss his normal rotation to go to the bench because of Jarrell Munn's 2 quick fouls. So he's going to look like he's going to be potentially playing out the whole first quarter.
You think he's worried?
No, he loves it.
That's right. He would love that.
Free throw's no good for Humphries, so he splits the pair. Stoddart left alone. Can't be doing that.
2 threes now.
Nice little impact from Nick Stoddart. Silevic misses.
Get another one.
He's going to have another one. And he's going to hit another one.
Where did young fella come from?
Oh, my word.
3 threes in the opening term from Nick Stoddart. Scott Roth just keeps uncovering diamonds.
Wow.
10-point lead closing in on quarter time. Davis puts that up for grabs. Harrell comes up with it. Humphries pulls it down. 4 offensive boards for the big man.
It's been unbelievable. Keeping Adelaide around.
Go back to this Stoddart kid. Where did he come from?
I'll tell you what, that last 3 hit, all of his jump shots, the last 4 letters of his surname is exactly the trajectory on his shot. They are all darts.
Very flat, yet very effective for Nick Stoddart. Davis backtracking, puts the head down straight into Nick Stoddart, who now gets the switch onto Rasmussen. Time winding down here for the Sixers in this opening frame. Harrell, beautiful feed to Humphries.
Anytime they want. Anytime they want if they're patient enough.
5 seconds left in this opening frame. Crawford getting his way inside and getting the call with 1.2 to go.
Okay, line up, we got 2. All right, guys, let's go. Tassie, let's go, boys. Let's go.
So Jordan Crawford at the free throw line. 85% from there this season. Lost their past 2 coming into this one, Tassie. They've started with some real vigour and verve so far tonight. Eight points the spread. It's going to have to be a Hail Mary here from Vasiljevic, and he won't even attempt it to close out this opening term. A really good start from the home team. It's the Jackies by 8 at quarter time. They lead the 36ers 30-22 in Friday Night Hoops.
Big thanks to our game day sponsors, Tasmania, who are hosting an electrified open day at Tasmania this February. Go to www.hydro.com.au to learn more.
Alright, Tassie, it is time to get loud and proud.
Fast-paced first quarter here in Hobart for the Hungry Jacks NBL, led by none other than young gun Nick Stoddart. 3 threes in that first term. Home team Tassie JackJumpers leading 30-22 over the Adelaide 36ers. I listened into Mike Wells, and all he had to say was that it's about defense. We've underestimated them. Defense first, and then you can play offense. Don't worry about anything else.
So a big start for the youngster. Out of Brisbane via Ballarat, and now to Hobart. The path less travelled perhaps, but at the moment it's a fruitful one for young Nick Stoddart. Joel Peterson, Pete Hawley, Leonard Copeland, Kelsey Brown with you. Great to have you with us on Friday night. Summer shootout action, and the Adelaide 36ers so far quite finding that scoring groove as they'd hoped, Copes.
Man, look, forget about the scoring. If I'm Adelaide, I would be very disappointed in myself for letting these guys get 30 points in the first quarter. That's just too many.
Sure is. And I know Isaac Humphries played the whole first quarter, but he was unstoppable. When they went to that same set, the high-low was Harrell. He's got 3 assists. He was just feeding Humphries down low, 11 points. They got that any single time they wanted.
Keanu Rasmussen played a bigger role in the second half of the season. GP out of the Sturt program. This is the first free throw. And this Tasmania crowd is hungry. That hunger will not be satiated on this trip to the line.
Ready?
Crawford, Drinick, Deng, Doyle, Hummer. 5 for Tassie, Davis, Rasmussen, Martin, Harrell and DJ Vasiljevic to start this second term for the 36ers. Doyle working on Martin. A blowing
by him. I tell you what, Cam Toby is on the edge of his seat. That is 3 fouls on Jarrell Munn in 1.5 minutes. Cam Toby's record is in some jeopardy. 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Quickest foul out. I never thought we'd be in a situation, and yet here we are. As Jarrell Munn has to sit down with 3 fouls in just 1.5 minutes.
We are in that kind of territory. And Doyle will step back to the free throw line. There's an attempt at a free throw as yet. What do you think his mindset would have been coming into tonight, Coach?
Well, he's a competitor. We know that. We've seen him play. We know he's a star. He would have been thinking, last week I was, although I rebounded the ball well and I passed the ball well, my team needs me to score. And to have that 1 point, if you know him like I know him, he would have been thinking about it. So that's why tonight he was aggressive from the word go.
He seems like the type of player who would do pretty much anything the team needed. Sometimes he does a bit too much of that.
I agree. He's a real team player. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he fits, a great shot by KD. He fits their system. Sometimes you have to be aggressive. You have to be the man. Sometimes you have to take that shot ready to pass. But if Coach Roth is happy with it, then, who are we to complain? I just know he's very talented, and I know he can put the ball in the hole, and I'm sure he let himself down last week.
Comes down to it at the end of the game, he's always there. He's always ready to deliver. Alan Kadee. Tarangi checks in for Hummer. Doyle in attack mode again. Going off the glass. Can't finish, but Majuk Den can.
And that's another guy who's been very aggressive all year long. I mean, he's coming off the bench averaging, 13, 14 points a game. And you ain't got to tell him not to shoot because he will get it up.
Yeah, it's been great. 11 on the season, but more than that of recent times. 16 last time out. Another 2 for Isaac Humphries. He is the man for Adelaide. He's got a game-high 11.
13, I think, Joe. Isaac's on fire.
Keep feeding him.
You are.
Keep feeding him because he just can't be stopped.
Doyle spinning across the lane. No good. Humphries is in there at the play. It's not going to go his way, though. It'll stay a green ball.
Green ball. Damo was a possession by White.
We did speak to Mike Wells during the pregame show, and he said he's going to go at those guys on the inside. I mean, Humphries, Trez, throw that ball inside because they're not, with no Magne, they're small.
Now Humphries checks out of the game. Griffin can't get that one to go. Harrell outlets to Davis, who's got only Green in front of him and sees only green lights.
Davis, that's a quick timeout here from Scott Roth. Just trying to get everybody back on the same. Have a look at this. Kendrick Davis gives it up. Just trying to talk about who's got who. Doesn't matter. Ruben Tarangi was looking around. You've got to stay with Kendrick Davis until there's a ball screen and you can get switched off.
He's such a live wire, Kendrick Davis. He's got 9 points in the early going, 4 of 8 shooting. Adelaide trailed by 4. Let's hear from him pre-game. He spoke to Kelsey Brown.
Come into this game 8th in the standings, but we know that there are big games coming up for you guys. We know that every single game for you guys is really important. How do you go about coming into these ones? What's the mindset about coming into these important games?
Like you said, every game is must win for us. I feel like that for about 3-4 teams. So every game is a must win for us, but we want to take it one game at a time. We don't want to look too far ahead. Good thing is we control our own destiny, so the more we win, the better, but we want to just take it one game at a time. But yeah, it's definitely urgency in it.
Very philosophical approach from Kendrick Davis. Even Mike Wells said in his post-game presser last time out after that win over Melbourne, there is a sense of urgency at this team at the moment. You can feel it pre-game, you can feel it at training during the week. They know where they sit in terms of needing to really pick up the pace.
Well, they've been struggling on the road. I mean, it's 2-7 on the road. You got to win games on the road. They do well at home in front of their crowd. They do well when they're playing revenge games and all that. But when you're on the road, if you can't win on the road, then you're probably not going to win championships.
And this is what separates like the good teams from the great teams is they showed up after the Christ meet against Sydney, because you look at the talent on Sydney's roster, they were locked in defensively. Same with Melbourne United. Now, Tassie are missing significant pieces where it's inevitable you have this little seed in your mind and you don't show up. That's better. It's been a better response here in this second quarter.
Defense from Lat Mayan. There's no Sunday ditch still for Adelaide. The only piece that they're missing. Mayan cuts baseline off the pass from Harrell, gets fouled.
What is Harrell trying to get? 15 assists tonight?
I like it. I really like it that he's not forcing anything. He understands he's drawing a lot of attention defensively, and if guys are cutting to the basket like Lat Mayan did there, like Isaac Humphries did the whole first quarter, he's rewarding them.
2, 3 and 4. See Mark Wells chatting to Montrez Harrell there. Matt Weston sitting courtside with the Adelaide crew as well. What a season it's been for Mike Wells, his first as the head coach of the Adelaide 36ers. Up, down and all over the place. He's got a lot of talent to work with. And much like they are in this game, after perhaps digging themselves a little bit of an early hole, they're getting back into the fight. Crawford for 3. Phoenix able to recycle it. Jason Kadee guarding his landlord at the moment. Meanwhile, Davis takes it away and has the easiest of layups to tie us at 34.
The task for Tasmania. Just ticking the scoreboard over. They got off to a fantastic start, exactly how they had to. Had the crowd involved. The crowd's quieted down a little bit.
9-0 run for Adelaide. They might be able to extend that here. Knife edge passing. Davis is fouled by Drimmick.
Stop going. Stop on, stop.
Just the 4 points for Tassie so far in this second term. We've played almost 4 minutes.
Ready, everybody?
And you spoke about Trez. 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
1 steal, 1 block.
Saw Fabian Kruzovic's triple-double last time out. Maybe he wants a piece of the action. He drives right over Anthony Drimmick there and puts Adelaide in charge.
There'll be some sort of words back and forth between Drimmick and Trez at some point in this game.
No doubt, no doubt.
Doyle for 3. That's more like it from Milton.
That's the Doyle we love to see.
11 points now for Doyle, 4 of 8 from the field. He's got 3 assists. Got to stay in attack mode.
Makes an 11-0 Adelaide scoring run. Vasiljevic at the other end. That's offline from the moment it left his hand.
Probably could have swung that ball a little bit more.
And now Davis is going to get another look at it. And again, he cruises to the hoop in slow motion.
Roth won't be happy about that at all. Giving up easy layups. It's not in their DNA.
6 points from 4 Tassie turnovers for the 36ers. Almost another one there. Halfway mark of this second term. Stoddard on the take. Almost a tough finish.
I like the aggression though, Pete.
It's confidence.
Doyle fouls Davis at the other end.
Where's it at? Drimmick, face warning, Tasmania this way.
That's the second foul, Milton Doyle, and you know Scott
Face
Roth.
warning on Drimmick. Damo's got I understand. Here we go.
Scott Roth doesn't like to keep you on the floor in the first half. You pick up 2 fouls no matter who you are, but might have had to roll the dice.
Harrell, right at Kruzlovic, too strong. Adelaide haven't led by more than 3 so far in the game. Tassie's biggest lead was 10. Tarangi with the spin move. Pocket picked by Lat Mayan.
Looked like there was deep contact in that.
DJ at the other end rattles it in, and the Sixers are out to a new game-high lead for them of 6.
And that's what they can do. They can get going
Miami replay. They just push the pace. Vasiljevic doesn't need much time or space. A few words to say to the front row, which he's done before.
That's what we want to see, Pete. We want to see it. Fan engagement.
This is looking like a better summer shootout score.
Yes, it is looking a little bit more like it, Pete. 43-37 at the Tangerine timeout, 4:21 remaining. So the first two, 81 was United at Adelaide on the 4th, and then the Bullets got a little bit better than that as Sydney came in and put 91 up on them, but we're at 43 halfway through this second term so far tonight. So hopefully we're on pace.
Well, to be fair, when this competition was announced and fans have the chance, someone's walking away with $100,000. I stayed well away from this for the sake of, I didn't think at full strength it was going to be hard to do it against Tassie. With these injuries they have, and key injuries, and this matchup in particular, I think it's a very low percentage that have selected the Adelaide 36ers. None of our experts did.
No.
Of course, you had the chance to win $100,000 if you got your picks in before the summer shootout started. You can now win some Montrezl Harrell signed shoes. So watch and win with the summer shootout. Scan the QR code on screen. Enter the code word SLAM for your chance to win signed shoes by that man right there. Don't miss out. You can still be part of the summer shootout action.
So no money, we're just going to get shoes now.
No, it's still money.
Still money.
Okay, I misunderstood.
It's just for the latecomers who may not have got a pick in. Or even if you did, you can still enter that particular competition.
Man, I want the money, man. I don't want... I got it. I understand now.
And if you get it on the dot, you said you'll take a group of 4 golfing, which is incredible from you. So
I'll take a group of 3 plus me. That's
okay.
4. But you won't be one of those.
43-37, 4 minutes remaining in this second period. Jordan Crawford swoops inside.
It's just his second made field goal, 2 of 6 now. You want to get him starting to tick it over, especially with Doyle on the bench with those 2 personals.
Mel Peterson, Pete Hawley, Leonard Copeland, Kelsey Brown with you. Friday night hoops in Hobart. Harrell going back to work down low. It's been a recipe for success for Adelaide.
That's just... Man, oh man, that's a strong move.
See if Kelsey can see if there's an update on Isaac Humphries. When he came out, he was only on the floor for another minute as there's an offensive rebound. He's got 13 points, 0 fouls in 11 minutes. We haven't seen him back on. I don't know if there's anything more to it or just getting a well-earned break after playing the whole first quarter, but he could have 40.
Yeah. But they're smart, though, because even though Isaac's not in there, they're going to Montrezl now in that box, and he scored the last 2 times down the floor, so.
See there, it's been a really profitable second term for Adelaide, 23-11. So far in this one, after Tassie led by 8 at the opening change. Vasiljevic outside, no good. Crawford's off and running back the other way. He pokes it loose. Sixers come up with it. 3-on-1 fast break. DJ takes it all the way. He had the defense at his mercy, and Davis on the weak side.
Tell you what, DJ thinks it's a blocking foul. Probably was, but so was down the other end.
Yeah.
They missed both. I think that might have just been a...
No.
That's a good no call.
That's a good no call.
Great no call, actually. But down the other end, it was... The hands looked clean, but the bump on Jordan Crawford looked like it should have been a blocking foul.
Here we go. Nice one. Hang on.
45-41, unfortunately.
Here it is. That one there, that's the blocking foul on Kadee.
I think he went pretty straight up.
DJ Vasiljevic able to pick himself up off the ground after someone pulled the gas strut out from his chair.
Isaac Humphries straight back into the game. It's funny that you call for someone to get subbed in.
Kelsey's clearly walked down behind the bench and just tapped Mike on the shoulder.
And said, Pete wants to see Isaac. Pete, you know you get whatever you want in this league. We know that.
41-45. Ding outside. Mayen, Davis, Humphries, Harrell, Vasiljevic, the 5 for Adelaide. Davis is cruising through. Now he's fouled. And the locals don't love it.
Let's go, KD.
Adelaide in the bonus, so Kendrick Davis will go to the line. Rattles the first one in. What a pick-up he's been for this Adelaide team. 25-year-old out of Houston. Spent some time with the Golden State Warriors organisation in the G League, and he has been an absolute lightning bolt for this team and this city.
Yeah, he's solid.
Just solid.
No, he's solid.
Like capital S solid.
Let me tell you, capital. Because of what he does, because he's a scorer, but he also finds his teammates. He's not selfish. I mean, he plays the game the right way.
Davis getting inside, gets the call. He'll go to the line again.
Green 4. Okay. Line up or huddle.
6 of 9 there so far. Adelaide in this one.
2 shots, let's go.
Haven't led by more than the 6 they currently do. And in this second term, it's been a 14-point turnaround to this point. It's been all the 36ers since quarter time, Coach.
It has been, and Milton Doyle getting into foul trouble didn't help. But I mean, it seems like they just turned on a switch. They've gotten 3 or 4 steals. They're pushing the ball down the floor. A couple of easy layups. And that makes a huge difference.
Second one misses for Davis, but a 7-point lead for the Adelaide 36ers. Orford inside, he left that short. Adelaide off and running. Vasiljevic goes himself again. This time he will get the call.
They're just pushing the pace. Every opportunity.
Let's go, guys.
Stoddart picks up his 3rd foul after the hot start in the first quarter. It's just young, inexperienced to understand. At that point, there's just no point slapping it away. If you're not going to contest him completely in the air, he just jumps straight up. Now, this crowd, who had some haunted memories in the past of this man, they would love a free feed.
They would love a free feed.
And
there we go.
Close.
Gone very early there. Our man to the left.
Hey, man, it looked like
you were down at Hungry Jack's. You're on your phone putting the code word.
I was in line, was I?
Hadn't even left his hand.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable. Dang at the other end.
That's a great rebound.
White ball.
That man going up like Jonathan Brown.
White ball.
Playing centre half forward.
Just sprinting in, that man. Always a terrific rebounder.
Shooting 2.
Have a look at that. Maybe like what, Riley Philthorpe these days, Pete? You'd love to see that.
Fine, but you actually physically pull him to the ground.
Exactly what it looks like.
What I got you for was the grab.
We've been unlucky there, Anthony Drumming.
A couple of fronts to have Blackmine landing on him, first of all, and the foul call in there as well.
And Roth has brought Milton Doyle back.
So minute 34 to go. Tassie have scored 11 points so far in the quarter. And that man is back in the action because Mike Wells' team needs a bit of a spark. And that man misses the first.
It's been Adelaide's probably biggest issue since, the first half, besides the way they started. They're 8 of 14 at the free throw line. They've all been the front end.
Mayan for the second. Knocks it down calmly. No, Coach, we will not give you the code word. 41-50. Minute and a half left in this second term. Adelaide still with the foul to give. Tassie are in the penalty. Drimmick with real confidence. Isaac Humphries just palms it powerfully.
Probably the key to take away from the second quarter is the execution from Tassie at times hasn't been there compared to in the first 10 minutes.
And outside, no good. Another rebound for Humphries. He will go to the line now.
He has been a beast on the boards.
Okay, line up.
He's got 6 offensive rebounds, Isaac Humphries. 13 points. 24 rebounds to 17.
Humphries has got as many offensive rebounds as Tassie have as a team. last 6 points for Adelaide have all come at the free throw line. Only 2 of them consecutively on the same trip. Humphries was able to make that a double. And is now Adelaide by 11 points. Tassie had it out to 9 earlier in the turn. Crawford, the elbow jumper, no good. Humphries, another board.
It's a great look, though. Walked into a free throw line jumper.
Adelaide are starting to pile on the pain in this second term. That's ambitious from Davis.
That's going to be thrown back to Montrez.
The opportunity to go 2 for 1, Tassie. Then got there with not quite enough time remaining. So Adelaide can run the clock down here to end this opening half. Half in which they trailed by as many as 10. They were behind by 8 at quarter time. They dominated this second term to hit the front and do so in fine style. Vasiljevic inside. He had Harrell and Humphries both there. Montrez goes up. He's fouled.
Green 25. Hit. 2 shots.
That's the third foul on Milton Doyle. Majuk Deng tried to do the team thing and put his hand up for the foul. The referee was in the perfect spot. That's where if you're Milton Doyle, you just got to be smarter. So you find yourself in a position you don't want to be in, the clock's winding down, just stand there with your hands up. Just stand there with your hands up and just create an extra body. Because now you've got 3 fouls, which makes it more damaging to begin the third quarter. And this goes to Scott Ross' point of why he doesn't like playing guys in the second quarter.
You're right, though. You got to be smarter. I mean, after 1 foul, I'm playing that Olay defense. Olay, let him go, man.
Played Olay defense your whole career.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I guess Gage was the stopper on our team, huh?
You both couldn't spell it.
12-point Adelaide lead. They have dominated down the stretch here. Harrell misses the second. Deng puts up the Nick Stoddart style shot from full court with the dart and did not hit the board on that occasion. At halftime, the Adelaide 36ers, with a 20-point turnaround in the second term, go from trailing by 8 to leading by 12. Tassie's lowest scoring second quarter of the season. The fewest points Adelaide have conceded in any second quarter this season. And it is all the 36ers at halftime. They lead 53-41. Let's check in with Kels.
I'm here with Isaac Humphries. Huge first half by you, 15 points. That high-low action seems to be working offensively. What else is working for you guys down there?
Yeah, we know we have a bit of a side advantage down there, so Trez and I are trying to really utilise that. I think us getting stops, getting boards and running is really working for us right now. We have KD who's so fast, he'll just be getting out, so I think, yeah, as a collective, those 2 things are working really well for us right now.
Tassie are a team who are really aggressive, and we know that they defensively can come back into games. What are you expecting from them in the second half?
Yeah, they'll never go away. They'll fight to the end. That's their MO, and so much respect for them for that. And we'll know that they'll keep playing till the very end, so we'll come out ready for that as well. And no lulls. It'll be a battle to the end.
Unbelievable first half by you. All the best for the second.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, there you have it, guys. 36ers have come out and put 53 on the board here in Hobart. It's Friday night hoops in the NBL. Tassie led by as much as 10 in that first half. But we'll be back to break it all down after this. Tassie 41, 36ers 53.
can fans expect to see from you on the floor?
Exciting basketball, ankle breakers, bunch of threes. I got something to prove being my first year. It's gonna be one for the ages for the 36.
Kendrick Davis!
He's on fire.
Kendrick Davis, he is unguardable.
Absolute pure point guard excellence. Kendrick Davis with the exclamation mark.
Kendrick Davis, what a revelation he has been in his rookie season in the NBL.
This guy is so special.
He is an absolute firecracker, Kendrick Davis. He's got 16 points at the half, and Adelaide turned an 8-point quarter-time deficit around into a 12-point lead at half-time. Joel Peterson, Pete Hooley and Leonard Copeland with you. There's some pretty numbers as far as the Adelaide 36ers are concerned. Pete, it was a great second quarter.
Yeah, if it wasn't for them leaving 7 points at the free throw line, this lead would be even better. And Kendrick Davis got out on the break. Isaac Humphries talked about it. There's probably no one quicker out in transition other than Kendrick Davis when he gets that full head of speed. But they did what they had to do. Feeding the big fellas, unselfish, look after the ball, and no surprise they put up 50.
Speaking of that, our Hungry Jacks halftime highlights. Isaac Humphries, identified before the game as maybe being the matchup advantage for them, Copes. He has certainly lived up to that.
I've been saying it all year. When you get him going early, he is a machine. And look, throwing the ball inside, every time Tasmania switched, he went to work. Offensive rebounds, what do you have? 13 points, 6 for 8 from the field. He was on fire.
Again, it's no surprise when they make him a focal point. There's only a few teams in the league that have the big defensive stoppers who can limit not just him, but Harrell and Drell Martin we haven't seen a whole lot of. And you have a look at his Blackmore shot chart, no surprise he's doing his work where he does his work.
Did we have to put that up?
Absolutely. You've got to tell the people. Have a look at that inside the restricted area.
If you haven't been watching this game, you know where all of his points have come from.
Well, maybe some people haven't been watching until this point. And a very good evening to you if you're just joining us. Not from Leonard Copeland, but from Pete and myself. We're glad to have your company. One man we're glad to have the company of has been Milton Doyle because he's been back in a big way, scoring the ball, came out a lot more aggressively in that first half.
Yeah, he had to be. With some key pieces missing that we keep highlighting, we sound like a broken record. But this is the Milton Doyle we want to see more often. And 4 from 8, he's got 11 points, and I know what you're going to say, Coach, so I'll say it first and you can just piggyback off the end of it. 8 shots are still not enough. It is just still not enough in the first quarter. When you're feeling good, you've knocked down a 3, you've got 11 points, you're getting other guys involved with 3 assists. Without Sean McDonald, without Will Magnate, he needs to at least be at the 12 field goal attempts at halftime.
Easy, I agree 100%. And stay out of foul trouble. If you got 2 fouls, keep your hands out. I want to be on the floor as much as possible, and they need him on the floor as much as possible.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem. Third foul for Milton Doyle will make it difficult. Tomorrow, a couple of big games coming your way. Of course, the Illawarra Hawks, they are back in action against the New Zealand Breakers. The Hawks coming off a win last time out. The Breakers have found their feet with Taco Fall and their big man. And then the late game, another playoff shaper between Southeast Melbourne and the Brisbane Bullets.
Oh, down in Gippsland. That man returning to Gippsland where last time he was there, he was playing for the Kings. A little 45-10. That'll be fun.
It should be a lot of fun.
It's a very nice city, Traralgon as well, the heart of the Gippsland in regional Victoria, so that's going to be very big. Jack White country, of course. Sunday, another summer shootout game, Tassie and Perth here at Hobart.
Yeah, Tasmania have to back up twice. 2 teams that have selected them to try and run up the score, so it'll be fun to watch as well.
Sydney and Cairns, the late game on Sunday. A big weekend of hoops coming up. Big second half coming up. Can Adelaide run up the score or will Tassie clamp them down? It is coming up on the other side of this. Stay with us. 12-point lead to the Adelaide 36ers at halftime. 53 plays 41 over the Tasmania JackJumpers. Great to head inside the Jackies camp. Kelsey Brown was with Jared Weeks.
Jared, thanks so much for your time at the half. What was said at the halftime huddle from Scott Roth?
Yeah, just getting a little bit back to what we do best, moving the ball and keeping it hot.
Defensively, Isaac Humphries 15, Davis is 16. How do you stop those guys at the moment?
Yeah, I think Isaac's has some cheapies with some offensive rebounds. He's doing a great job on the glass. So, like I said, if we can just tidy up a few areas, take care of the ball a little bit better, I think we'll be okay.
I want to hear about Nick Stoddart. He's had a hot start to the game. What have you liked about him so far?
I think he's just been who he is. He's had a great couple of weeks at training, probably this last month, to be honest, and he's just bringing it out there on the floor.
All the best for the second half.
Thank you.
Love to see it from Nick Stoddart in that opening half. 3-3 from downtown for that young man. Stepping into the starting lineup for Scott Roth. We need to revisit our bold predictions, do we? Points in the paint was one of yours, Pete.
What are they?
Well, they're 26 at the moment, outpacing Tassie, who are 12. So I would say that he's on track.
Well, my maths wasn't my strongest suit. I still did all right, better than Leonard Copeland, but that is on track, and I understand why with how Isaac Humphries is playing.
Well, Doyle's gotten into foul trouble, so he was on target for 36. He started off on fire, so
he's not close. Well, no.
So he's got some work to do. He's got to score his number here in this second half, 25, to get to that level. But yeah, hopefully he can stay out there and out of foul trouble.
Are we keeping you up, Trez?
Trez Harrell's just making sure he's ready and rested to go in this second half. How on earth does Scott Roth stop Isaac Humphries here, Coach?
Well, look, I think they need to double team him or front him. Or double team him, make some. Yes, I know they got three-point shooters from the outside. DJ and Katie can shoot from outside. But it's better than the alternative, because right now, Isaac is going to work. We saw his shot chart. He hasn't missed a shot or one or two shots. Every time he gets it down low, he's going to the basket.
And it's also what Jared Weeks said, where the offensive rebounds. He's got the same number of offensive rebounds as Tassie's entire team, so limit those extra opportunities.
Scored the last 10 of the game here, Adelaide. Drimick in the corner to cut the break. He does.
Much needed. Settler there from Drimick. He's in the double figures now with 11 points.
And this is where Adelaide can get into trouble. I mean, right now, they got to keep doing what they're doing. Get the ball inside, swing it, because guys can get a little selfish when you got a lead and start trying to get their numbers. You want to come out of here with a win, regardless of who has what.
Davis for three. Well, he didn't quite secure the rebound, but he did secure it for his team. Now on the play.
Spoken from experience from Coach too, Joel.
You are on fire on this Friday afternoon, my friend.
It's night time, but I'm feeling good. This is a great game.
Daylight savings going for you. Now on the play. Mayan and Ding.
He's right, though, with the fact that Montrez and DJ got 9 points apiece. Montrez was just finding everybody in the first half, had 4 assists, barely looked to score unless there was a play particularly ran for him. And he could be thinking, look, Isaac's got 15. I could have 20.
Could have 10 assists and go for the triple-double. Doyle is left wide alone. Can't hit that.
And I'm surprised. Doyle on 3 fouls or 2?
3.
Very surprised he started his third quarter.
DJ was wide open and all alone at the other end, but he still couldn't nail it. I don't know what that meant. Might be better than wide alone. I'm not sure you want to be wide alone. Doyle, he was in tight confines that time. It didn't worry him.
It's the defense of the 36 is really the majority of the league that drops defense. Milton Doyle's mid-range is so pure. I'd like to see them just get a little side-to-side and just get a single ball screen action, let him work off it, and if he lifts the black ball's decal, he's going to knock down more than he misses.
Yeah, you're right. He just needs to be in that aggressive mode. If he is, this league could disappear like that.
So 3 fouls on Milton Doyle in this game, 3 on Stoddart.
That's 4.
Fouls on Green, 4. Push, 2 shots.
Right on cue. 3 on Jarrell Martin in his minute and a half so far.
Stoddart's going to have to check out here with his 4th personal. It's a tough ask, that's to stay in front of Kendrick Davis. He is just so quick. You see how quickly he can change direction. He stops on a dime, puts it between his legs, his step back.
Didn't you say they have Perk coming up next? You think it's hard to stay in front of KD? Wait till Cotton comes to town.
Just sitting back, licking his lips a little bit. Ross Cotton.
Some explosive guards in this NBL season. Parker Jackson, Cartwright, of course. This man has got a bit of that too. Tyler Harvey on the Hawks. Countless around the league as Majuk Deng splashes that one in.
Just his second field goal as well. 2 of 8 now for 5 points. I'd like a little bit more out of him, but this has been a good start to the third quarter.
11 points in that third quarter for Tassie, their lowest of the season in the second term. Davis whips it cross court. Drimmick deflected it. Stay with Adelaide.
One might have just caught Vasiljevic's hands on the way out. Drimmick certainly did. Oh, no, just. Doesn't matter what would have happened, Tasmania would have pointed that way anyway.
There's Harrell, who's been padding the stats sheet. Have a look at that from Montrez.
Man.
Waits till time expires and bombs a 3. And he's part of the takeaway at the other end, and another wide open fast break layup for KD.
2nd point, Kendrick Davis. 8 of 14, started a little slow, but he is really filling it up now. He's had 3 or 4 of those on the break.
13 fast break points for Adelaide in the game.
Here's the Amy replay. Montrez just dancing with it. Shot clock winding down at nothing but the bottom of the net, and just waves to the front of the row. Front row. Wasn't a wave, was it?
It was sort of a half an aeroplane, half a point. It was a bit here, there, and everywhere, the celebration.
That's not a point goal.
And next time we're in Adelaide, we'll ask him what it was, all right? How about that?
I might ask him on Monday. Here's Deng from outside. So back-to-back threes for Majuk Deng. He's trying to keep Tassie in it. He's done plenty of that this season. He's got 8 points. Adelaide 62, Tassie 52. Joel Peterson, Lenard Copeland, Pete Hawley and Kelsey Brown with you. Friday Night Hoops as round 16 rolls on. Humphries rolling to the hoop. Acrobatic, athletic finish from the big fella.
17 now for Isaac Humphries. Only missed 2 shots. 7 rebounds to go with it.
Was that his first shot this half?
Yep, he was 6 of 8 at the half. Crawford for 3. 3 threes in a row now for Tassie.
Got 10 now in this game. 10 of 21 compared to Adelaide's 4. It's keeping them in this game.
Cashing those Mitsubishi threes, the JackJumpers at the moment. It's absolutely keeping them in it. Pete Hawley. Vasiljevic. Davis.
They're missing a perfect opportunity to go inside. I mean, Isaac's been on fire. Why not have a look at him, throw it inside, he'll throw it back out if he's doubled.
Crawford, that is a tough shot. And Mike Wells has seen enough of this mini run from Tassie that's got them back to within 7 at the Tangerine timeout.
I mean, Cope's hit the nail on the head as we look at Jordan Crawford knock down a 3 ball. They got to stop down the other end, and then Crawford just fell behind. Kendrick Davis knocked it down. But when you've got a lead, you're scoring at will. Everybody's just saying, where else can we go? Right now, I would just keep feeding it into Humphries.
So 7-point lead. There is the man who scored the bucket last time down, Jordan Crawford, of course. He's welcomed some new life, he and his partner, into the world in the last little while. Scott Roth talked to Kelsey Brown about that pre-game.
Jordan Crawford welcomes a new member to his family. We know how big you are on family at the JackJumpers. How excited are you for him and Tiff?
Yeah, super excited. Obviously, we got the news yesterday and got some photos, and you know, they're both healthy, and Jordan obviously got a little bit of rest, but exciting times for him. It's our second Tasmanian American-born player in the future for us, with Josh Majette first and now him. So 2 point guards on the horizon.
Scott Roth going straight into recruiting mode, which is good to see. And there you see Ashton Crawford. So welcome to the family and the NBL family more broadly.
It's amazing. Fantastic.
So family orientated down there, and he's starting to fill it up too. There's Jordan Crawford. 36ers have made good run of it, knocking it down. And there's Jarrell Martin, he's checked into the game. I've got the stats for you, Joel.
Okay, Pete.
So Cam Tovey, on the 30th of December 2012, they won the game by 24 for the Wildcats. He had 2 rebounds and 5 fouls in 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
Hell of a stat line.
And if you don't go back to that far, shout out Billy Preston from the Hawks. Back in 2019, he fouled out in 6 minutes. Did have the 7 points in their win over Adelaide.
Magnificent bit of work from you, Pete. Martin was in trouble then. He was right inside the traffic.
Pete wants him to foul out. Look at him. He's all excited about
I've never seen Cam Tovey's record in jeopardy until now. So he's played the 2 minutes. He's just got to last another 85 seconds.
Just be watching that clock. He's in the battle for the rebound here. It's every moment that he finds contact. Your eyes are drawn to him. Crawford tosses it inside for Deng. 5-point ball game.
And Adelaide are playing stupid basketball right now. Jacking up threes. Swing the ball, throw it inside.
Jarrell Martin on the drive. He just tosses that one at the back of the hoop and it falls.
Or drive to the middle of the lane and throw up a Kareem hook. Whichever one works.
Kareem would be insulted by that.
Absolutely he would be.
Doyle's just pulled up a little bit proppy there.
Still is. Getting back down there.
Davis going past. He's fouled by Drimmick.
I couldn't hear you.
Green three.
So 7-point lead. Adelaide in charge in this game. 4 minutes remaining. Isaac Humphries checking back out. What was Mike Wells' message last time, Kels?
Well, it actually wasn't Mike Wells at all. It was all Montrez Harrell. He said we've gone away from our principles. And exactly what you said, Leonard. He said we're playing stupid basketball. He spoke to Kendrick Davis about getting over the top of screens and really guarding Crawford.
Well, basketball minds think alike. Huh?
I like that you went with the term basketball to qualify that. Harrell lays that one in.
Still the afternoon, remember, Joel?
Yes, true, Pete. 68-59. Krizlovic, he's rustling around down low. So too is Hammer, who picks that one out of the bag, and he's got some things to say.
All right.
I'll come all the way. I'll give you as much time as you want. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Line up, please. Line up, please. That's good. Line up, please. Thank you, gentlemen. I need to line up. I need to line up.
Take another look at it.
What is...
So Harrell got a fair piece of everything there.
Arm, leg, back. Look at everything.
To go and review things.
I mean, if he's seen the way that Hammer shot free throws in his career, I wouldn't be too upset to let him go there and try and earn them.
One of 3 so far, Ian Hammer. 1 of 4 tonight. 1 of 5 in his NBL career. .320 remaining in this third period. Adelaide trying to win 3 in a row. Tassie looking to break a 2-game losing streak. The Jackies are 11 and 10. Adelaide 9 and 11 on the season. They are both in the
He wants another shot
of the playoff hunt. Harrell from outside. Jackie's off and running. Crawford in transition. Martin for 3.
What is the basketball IQ? What is going on?
With you, Coach. Again, this third quarter, they've gone away from everything that helped them in the first half. Isaac Humphries is coming back in. He's only had the 1 shot. And he scored it. No surprise there. Montrez has looked really good in the third quarter, but it's got to be getting it inside. They're 4 of 18 from 3.
The other end, Tassie just don't have the firepower to make them pay. Krizlovic with a soft touch.
And they're going to execute and get good shots. more often than they aren't. It's what keeps them around. There's another steal here.
Another number 4 in the game for the 36ers. Crawford down low. Krislovic back at Harrell, and again he rolls it home.
Stay locked in. Respect whoever's in front of you. Regardless of who's not there. You're going to get outworked and executed from this reigning champion.
14-point lead, Adelaide's game high earlier in the term. Martin now on the blow-by. Again, he just chucks it up at the backboard and gets a friendly roll.
Magic Johnson, hook to the middle. He's giving all the Lakers love today. Well,
what do you got against the Lakers? Gee whiz. Magic's copping strays. Jordan Crawford, that was a little bit more Magic Johnson.
Talked about the execution though. It's one screen, you feel the defender on your back, you curl, you get rewarded. This is Tasmania basketball.
They're right in the fight at the moment. They are right in the fight.
But you know what?
Sideline.
Yes, Tasmania are playing good basketball, but Adelaide are playing stupid basketball. And that's why Tasmania has made a run. You're jacking up threes. You're losing the ball. You're not doing what you did in the first half to get you that lead.
They've got this in them, Adelaide.
Yeah.
Almost every game, you get at least a period of this. They're probably coming off just about their best 2 performances of the season, of course. Sydney by 15, Melbourne by 19 last time out. But they got back to that defensive identity. It's been their decision-making in the offensive end. Although that's a terrific decision from Harrell to drop it off to Martin.
Doing a bit of everything. Harrell, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists.
Triple-double watch, Pete.
With 2 blocks, or... Yeah, has to be.
Only needs 1 rebound and 4 assists from here. Rimick outside, way offline. Steindl's clips Jason Kadee.
He's been finding everybody.
Jason. Are you okay? Jason. 41.
2-for-1 opportunity here. Look for quick screen and let Kendrick Davis isolate, go to work.
Career high and assist in the NBL for Montrezl Harrell as well. .35 remaining in the quarter. Kadee driving to the hoop, won't go. There's a foul on the play, and it's against Montrezl Harrell.
And Mike Wells is going to challenge it. Oh, I tell you what, they wouldn't have had time to get a replay or look. They wouldn't have had a chance to look at it, so this is just the trust of your superstar.
So the foul is on the rebounding battle.
And
have another look at it here. This is the angle, just pushing that away. Yeah, that's going to be an easy call, I would think.
And to his defense, you can get away with that in the NBA because the bigger bodies, they push and shove. But
it's not a massive push, though. I mean, he's just using his strength, but yeah, no surprise. You can just see how far Hummer moved. It wasn't like he had 2 hands up and shoved.
So coach's challenge is unsuccessful. Scott Butler's in the replay centre. Scott, how did you process that one?
Scott's going leftist, huh?
Scott doesn't want to talk, and we'll check in with him shortly.
Scott's like, come on guys.
We really need to discuss this.
Do we need to talk about this? You can see it. He pushed him in his back.
Have you got us there, Scott?
Yes, I've got you. Sorry about that if you were talking to me and I wasn't there.
That's quite okay.
Yeah.
How did you process that one?
Yeah, pretty much like how you guys were talking about it. So Montrez basically just drives him under the basket, takes him out of the rebound contest. Pretty straightforward foul. That foul will stand on 24.
What would that have needed to be overturned? Like, what are you looking for in terms of, you know, potentially there not being contact to constitute a foul?
Yeah, so probably 2 things. If the contact on its face is actually marginal.
I'm just communicating what I've been told.
The defensive rebounder decides to fake or flop on the play as well.
So I think Scott Roth is upset because it's a jump ball. And he thinks that the foul stands, it should be their ball. Because I understand what he's saying, but when the ball is up for grabs.
Davis driving to the hoop this time. Hummers on the foul.
So that's exactly what Scott Roth is arguing. So Montrez is the one who got the rebound. So if Tasmania had got the rebound, it'd be different.
When he fouled him, then he grabbed it. No. When he fouled him.
But I understand what he's saying, because he's basically saying there was an offensive foul that if they don't challenge it, we get the ball. Yeah. Tasmania get the ball. So that's exactly why he's frustrated. But the way that those coaches challenge are set up, because it was a dead ball on the foul, it's a jump ball, and Adelaide is still... I can understand the frustration.
It's like the giant Scott Roth head up behind the crowd at the moment. His head's spinning a little bit. Is that man? He's trying to process all of that. 9-point lead to Adelaide. They led by 12 at half-time. They trailed by 8 at quarter-time. They've led by as many as 14 in the game. Tassie owns the head-to-head between these two teams, 8-3 in their 11 matchups in the NBL. Gorjok-Gak has stepped on the paint.
That's what you want Milton Doyle with the time winding down, just to really be patient and create something for himself. There's not much Gorjok-Gak's going to do out there in the corner with 6 seconds left in the clock. I can see your arms in the air, coach.
You're the man. You got the ball with 9 seconds to go, and you're going to swing it to...
A big in the corner.
Come on, man.
Maybe not the play. And now Adelaide have got a chance to answer back. Davis, he's had a big night so far. He doesn't add to it on that occasion, but he goes to three-quarter time with 24 in the book, Kendrick Davis. And Adelaide's got a 9-point lead in a game that could be vital to their playoff chances. It's the Sixers by 9 at three-quarter time, last quarter, coming up from Hobart after this.
Points, 4 boards for Jesse Wagstaff and an excellent catch. Up to 39. Kings have had enough.
Take your game from the local court to the big time. Step onto an NBL court after the final buzzer. Backing local ballers is just the beginning.
Tasmania's superpower into other JackJumpers and letting it rain. Trying to keep up with the unstoppable hydro-electricity of the JackJumpers tonight.
Welcome back to Friday Night Hoops in the Hungry Jacks. NBL 36ers lead by 9 here in Hobart. Kendrick Davis leads all scorers with 24, and he's been unbelievable in this game. But Pete Hawley, we know what Tassie can do. Can they get this one done?
They normally step up in the fourth quarters, especially on their home floor. They did all right ticking the scoreboard over in that third quarter. They just got off the leash a little bit last couple of minutes. Big fourth quarter ahead.
Tassie have won 9 of their last 10 second halves. Vasiljevic had a quiet third term, but he starts the last by amping the volume right up.
Big shot by DJ. Ran him over screen, came back off the double screen, and knocked that three down.
54th game here for Tassie in the NBL as Doyle misses. They have only lost back-to-back games here 3 times. As Majuk Deng doing all he can to make sure that that is not tonight a fourth.
I'd like to see Majuk Deng more involved. We've seen it a lot, right? With its third quarters and particularly some fourth quarters when they need scoring. They put the ball in his hands. Did it in the championship series last year. Just really try and play through him for a little bit.
He's so long and wiry. He's hard to guard.
He has been the difference in a couple of their games so far this season.
He definitely got a scorer's mentality.
13 points to lead all scorers alongside Doyle and Crawford. Harrell kisses that one home and then blows a few kisses upstairs.
I think he's trying to get the crowd to start booing him. That's how he gets going.
16, 9 and 6 for Montrez. Steindl to Hummer, now for Drimmick. Spin move, Anthony Drimmick, and the fadeaway. That is all kinds of pretty.
That's tough.
70-79, Davis is trapped. He goes to ground. There's a foul.
I'll tell you what, Kendrick Davis was trying to call a timeout. Kendrick Davis, I believe, is looking at the referee trying to call a timeout in live play. You cannot do that in the NBL.
Let's go.
He's trying to have a look. He's trying to call a timeout. Well, we might get a challenge here from Scott Roth.
Foul is on Deng for pushing Davis out of bounds.
So they're going to have a look at this one.
Correct.
79-70, 8:22 remaining in this fourth period. Adelaide led it by 9 at three-quarter time. And let's have a look here. Foul is on Majuk Deng.
No way. I'm more so for the fact that you can't call a timeout in live play. Don't reward it. There's nothing in that. This should be successful. Majuk Deng does close the gap. Oh, no way.
No, he was trying to avoid him, actually. There's 2 referees standing right there, and they both went up at the same time, so.
Looks like he's sort of sitting on your chair from earlier, Pete, the way that he's gone to ground there.
Yeah, this should be successful. Should be very. The whole time he just wanted that timeout that was never going to come. There's just not a rule here.
And so it's not a tech foul, but it just gets ignored.
Just gets completely ignored, correct.
Number 1, that's the worst place on the floor to go catch the ball. He's tiny, he's in the corner. It's almost like he has 4 players against him right there.
It's Kendrick Davis who kind of has the chicken wing on Majuk Deng.
Shuffle forward and push Davis out of bounds. No, the front guy's done nothing wrong. Drimmick's done nothing wrong. Deng is
So still reviewing this one. Critical point in the game.
Here it is, another angle.
Davis staring intently at the Tassie hardwood.
I mean, we can kind of hear there, but yeah, Majuk Deng steps forward. I don't think there's enough contact in there for this foul to stand.
There we go.
That's the right result.
Right result.
Absolutely it is. Again, even if it was a decent push in the end, the fact that he's trying to call time out, just ignore it.
I'm assuming, Scott Butler, that doesn't factor into how that challenge unfolded.
Yeah, we don't have timeouts and FIBA rules. So look, just looking at this play, it's a tricky part of the floor. but the contact by Dane looks marginal. And it looks like that Davis actually decides to fall out of bounds on his own free will. So we'll overturn that call, restart with Adelaide ball.
Good stuff, Scott. Thank you.
This is another one that's going to frustrate Scott Roth, and I understand it as well. So if there's no foul, Kendrick Davis is falling out of bounds. Tasmania need to have the ball there.
Yeah.
Like he's done his job. I understand the rules of it, but Tasmania has twice.
Doesn't quite seem just. That's the way that's panned out. And if Adelaide score here, it'll rub salt into the wound. And now Steindl's dragged down by Mayen. Harrell wants a call, and this crowd is getting involved.
So I think that's something we can look at in the off-season when we make some changes about it. So I think the rule is because it's a dead ball, much like the offensive rebound foul call on Montrez, it becomes a dead ball where then it's a jump ball, or they're saying that possession was with Adelaide. Kendrick Davis, if we continue that play out, if there's no foul there, if that's what they've challenged, it's successful that there's no foul, and he's fallen out of bounds. Well, he's now out of bounds. Tasmania should get the ball.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So this crowd is starting to get involved. Kels, they could try and wheel Tassie over the line here.
Yeah, listening to Scott Roth in that coach's challenge, and he said we've got a lot of time, keep getting to the rim and driving the ball down their throat, but I want to talk about Montrez Harrell. He might be loved by the rest of the NBL community, but he has made some enemies here in Tassie. They love their own, but they do not love Montrez Harrell, and I don't think they've got the memo that he thrives off that.
Yeah, he does, Kelsey, he does. Every shot or every made shot, he's trying to get the crowd to yell and scream at him.
4,400 of his closest friends in there at the moment, making sure that he hears every bit of it. Vasiljevic inside, no good. Tassie are on the charge here. The Ants are marching, and Deng brings them all much closer.
On the JackJumpers. And thrive off adversity, backs against the wall. No matter the challenge, they always seem to rise to it. They're doing it once again.
Now what have Adelaide got in their time of need? Can this man stand up? You bet he can. KD's got that all day.
Calm down, everyone. I got this.
Only 7 and 6 now for Kendrick Davis.
Hummer for 3.
Oh,
hello.
Hummer. Oh, we've seen his free throws.
That's the stretch Hummer. Get out. Get out.
Come on, bro.
6.5 remaining. 82-77. Time winding down for Davis, looking for 3 more. Inside to Kadee, blocked by Deng. Steindl.
Here we go.
From way downtown.
His 349th career game. He's going to notch up 350 against the Wildcats on Sunday. How fitting that is as well.
2-point ball game. Tassie have rocketed back into contention. Davis to DJ. Chance for the JackJumpers to tie or go ahead. Hummer underneath, no good.
And all this time, why is that Humphrey still on the bench?
It is perplexing. Martin for 3.
Why are they?
Isaac Humphries had 15 points at halftime. He's taken 1 shot in the entire second half to this point.
He's coming. He's on the sideline.
Goodness for that.
He's just caught up in shooting threes. It's sometimes not good enough.
5.5 minutes of Isaac down the stretch here. Milton Doyle around and out as close as you go. Ding's been the man for Tassie. Spills it to Steindl. Oh, they still get a look at it, and Hummer's foul.
They want it more right now. The JackJumpers.
Well, that's a good foul.
It's a great foul, but he just knocked down a 3, Copes. Might be feeling good.
Let's go.
Humphries back into the game. Tassie have outscored Adelaide 15-8 here in this final term. Having lost their last 2, they're 7-1 here. Adelaide 2-7 out of the safe confines of South Australia. They have been abysmal on the road. Can they find something down the stretch here?
Wow.
Or can Tasmania once again rally to rise at home over the final 5 minutes? This isn't the man you want at the stripe.
It's not. He took the 3 ball like he's very capable. Knocked that down. He's 1 of 5 at the free throw line. He's got 6 rebounds, 3 offensive.
Second one is unconvincing yet effective. It's a 1-point game.
Just not well safe. Adelaide score. He wants a timeout.
Hasn't been this close since the mid stages of the second term. That man's got some thinking to do. What does he go to now, Copes?
Look, I think he needs to swing the ball from side to side and get it inside. Just let Isaac touch it. He'll make the right decision.
Drimic, Deng, Doyle, Hummer, Steindl, the 5 for Tassie, Davis, Humphries, May and Harrell, Vasiljevic for Adelaide. Down to 5 seconds on the clock. Davis winds it down and connects. Kendrick Davis, a spectacular shot-making display. Timeout with 4:44 remaining. KD's got another 30-piece, and it is Adelaide who lead by 4.
He's special.
Another virtuoso performance from Kendrick Davis. 30 points, 10 of 18. He's 3 of 8 with a couple of threes in this final term. 6 assists, 2 steals. He is trying to lift them when they need it most, Copes.
He's special. He is special. I mean, that shot doesn't go. Then it gives Tassie an opportunity to come back and take the lead. But he's so confident that the ball's in his hands. You know, he's the man. He's the man.
That's why he's an MVP candidate. It's him and Bryce Cotton's well. We're just living in it.
If they don't finish in the top 6, can he still win the MVP?
No.
It's funny how you say
winning
no.
matters. Winning matters in the MVP.
So 4:44 remaining. The Amy replay of what got us to that Tangerine timeout. Kendrick Davis with another bomb from downtown. 30 points, and he's right in the heat of the MVP discussion down the back end of this season.
Sure is. They need to just tick off some wins to help his case. Dylan Doyle, Coach, he should be living there. That's Hummer's 4th offensive rebound.
No good for Doyle. Another one for Tassie. Drimic this time.
They had their chances.
They're now out-rebounding the Sixers at the offensive end. Humphries has got 5 of Adelaide's 7. Tassie have got 11 offensive boards.
It's a lot to ask from Clint Steindl staying in front of Kendrick Davis too.
Let's see how he goes here. Again, Davis winds the clock down and fires the 3. And again, he hits another monstrous triple.
He's in his zone.
And this is where no Sean McDonald hurts. Because who are you going to put on? Kendrick Davis, who is just doing it again at a high level.
33 for Davis. What's Doyle got in response? Drives to the cup. That's going to count as 2.
I might have to try maybe Crawford or somebody just to get up and in.
I think so too.
You know?
I think it's your only option with no Sean McDonald is to let Jordan Crawford try and match it with pace at least.
Here you see your summer shootout game, of course. The Sydney Kings currently the clubhouse leader for their efforts last Saturday. Adelaide need only 3 points to tie and 4 to go ahead into the clubhouse lead for the summer shootout. We could be well on our way to our first triple-figure game. Has not been a happy hunting ground here for Adelaide. Only 1 win in this venue since the Jackies came into the competition. their very first trip here. Davis gets it inside to Humphries. That's the recipe. Crawford back out there now for Tassie. Tipped on the way through to Doyle. Underneath for Deng. Beautiful find.
You know they're not going to go anywhere. They've had a few opportunities. They've missed some easy ones right underneath the hoop, and they need to lock in here defensively. Milton Doyle used the length as well.
Mayan finds himself on the hardwood in the lane.
Right in 34. Lock.
Hummer's third foul. He's got 3. Doyle's got 3. Drimmick's got 3. Mayan's got 4 for Adelaide. Davis, Humphries, Mayan, Harrell and Vasiljevic the 5 for Mike Wells. Crawford, Drimmick, Deng, Doyle, Hummer for Scott Roll. 2:40 remaining. Adelaide by 5, looking for a third win in a row. And Kendrick Davis doing all he can to get them there.
You spoke about his speed. You double team him off that screen, high screen. You can't let him split because you're in all kinds of trouble then because it's 2-on-1.
33 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, but only 1 turnover.
6th 30-point game of the season for Kendrick Davis. 3 and 3 in those games where he scored 30 or more. 37 his season high against Perth. Second is no good. 2-possession game, 2.5 to go. Oh, Majuk Deng with an awfully nervous moment. Comes soaring and over the top, can't collect the rebound. Now it's Tassie trying to claw some ground back. Drimmick picked the pass. He read it beautifully. Doyle for 3. Big hit from Milton.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
You're Adelaide right now. You just have to get a shot every single time down the floor. Because Tasmania are going to stick to their game plan. They're going to execute. They're going to get a good look.
Welcome return to form for Milton Doyle. 28-3. Davis, he loses the pass. Down to red numbers. It's an absolute bomb from DJ. It doesn't go. Humphries recycles it. And Isaac has no trouble.
How good has he been all night long?
21 and 10 now for Humphries.
Just the 3 shots in this second half.
Offensive rebound's going to hurt the JackJumpers, you think. Locked in defensively. They got a half-court heave and couldn't come up with it.
Now Doyle's guarding Harrell, and Mayan lays it home. And it's a 7-point game that makes it awfully tough for Tassie from here.
They've had their opportunities. Layups they've missed at the rim in this 4th quarter. And then couldn't come up with the offensive rebound when it mattered most.
The decision to pick Tassie in Tassie looked perplexing earlier in the season when that JackJumpers defense was rolling. But the Tangerine timeout with 1:09 remaining, and Adelaide currently lead the summer shootout. So if you got behind the 36ers, you may well be in luck. Just the score that they will chase to come. And of course, Perth have got to do the same thing here on Sunday against the JackJumpers in their summer shootout fixture. You can get that code word slam, scan the QR code on screen to win some signed Montrezl Harrell shoes. So the fun isn't over as part of the summer shootout. Into the code shown to win. Scan that QR code, watch and win as part of the summer shootout. All the way through until the 31st of January, when the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix head west to take on the Perth Wildcats. 7-point game, 1:09 remaining. Joel Peterson, Pete Hawley, Leonard Copeland, Kelsey Brown with you. What a Tassie need to try and close this one out and claw their way back into it, Coach.
They need a quick shot here, and they need to get up and in, create some turnovers, play solid defense.
Doyle. Now Hummer driving strong to the hoop.
Nice, quick, easy score.
There's still plenty of time.
Don't have to foul.
Siljevic just making sure that ball's nice and dry. 1995, 4-point game when they met both times earlier in the season. One went the way of Adelaide, one went the way of Tassie.
What they can do is let this guy control the tempo and run it the way he wants to run it.
Oh, that's going to hurt even more. So that's going to reset the shot clock back.
Side out. Side ball.
It's a 14.
Sideline.
Again, Davis just wound that clock all the way down. That's been his method here in this second half.
He's so quick, though. It's hard to guard.
Davis, Humphries, May and Harrell, Vasiljevic, the 5 on offense for Adelaide. They've got Illawarra in Adelaide on Monday. Will they take 3 straight wins into a matchup with the ladder leading Hawks? Mayen on the drive. Harrell for 3. No good. Can they secure the ball? Tassie, yes. Crawford races away with it. Inside the ding!
Got a quick one now. They're going to have to foul.
That is a power play for the JackJumpers.
They can't get a turnover. They're going to have to foul. Oh, wow.
Get the turnover.
No.
Ding to tie.
Oh!
Majuk ding.
Give it up! What are they doing?
Unbelievable play.
Wow, big.
When you thought you'd seen it all in this league.
Oh, it's always something incredible. Players just hate getting fouled. How many times have we seen it? Just throwing it in the air. Saw it last night. We saw it last week. Majuk Deng coming up clutch. And there's another chapter in this one.
He roars into light. And 4,400 roar with him. And now Mike Wells has got to find something.
Yeah, if I'm Roth here, I got to get the ball out of KD's hands. I got to make somebody else beat me. I don't know how you do it. You double team and you deny. Don't let him get it back. But no way do you let KD come down and get off a good shot.
Also, I know it's irrelevant, but overtime would help their summer shootout course. That's all I'm saying.
Well, 2 games have gone to overtime this season. One featured Adelaide, the other featured Tassie.
We probably caught them both, didn't we?
Oh, we were certainly in the building for Perth and Tassie. I called Cairns and Adelaide.
Lucky enough to call some incredible finishes lately. Last night was an incredible finish. Another turnover. Late, just throwing the ball away. He was getting really nervous down the stretch.
So 95 apiece.
I like this. Don't advance the ball so you get the whole game clock. And
Kadee now. Martin. 11 seconds remaining.
Davis wants this game.
Davis wants to put it on his back. He drops it off to Harrell. It's no good. Chance for the Jackies. Crawford half court. Oh! And for the 3rd time in the NBL this season, we have got extra basketball. Overtime in Hobart at 95 apiece.
Wow. What a finish. What a finish. Montrezl Harrell had the chance. It was a layup, well defended. And you believe this is what Tasmania do. Got out to 8 points after they missed a couple of layups. And they stuck to it. They got quick shots, well executed after the timeout. They got the alley-oop. That didn't take much time off the clock. And then the turnover allowed Majuk Deng to step into it. And that's 22 points for Majuk Deng.
He stepped into it, and again, when they need it, he stepped up.
We asked for it all season long, right? When we talked about all their struggles offensively, they had Milton Doyle, they had Jordan Crawford, they lost Jack McVeigh. Who was going to be their 3rd offensive weapon? It's got to be this guy. Damon Lowry called him unguardable on overtime. We see the glimpses of what makes him that kind of proposition. the length, can step out and shoot the three, can finish above the rim.
And the fact that he's not afraid to take that last shot makes him more dangerous than anything.
There it is. Majukdeng ties it up. He thumps the chest. He has absolutely played his part once again for Tasmania. He's been doing it for much of the second half of this season. Really, the second half of last season. Such a key part of their championship run. Had some massive games toward the end of last year. He's been in double digits in each of his last 5 games and 22 tonight.
A lesson out there for all the young kids, coach. You're the coach. When you know a team has to foul or they're going to try and trap, one, don't catch it in the corner.
That's right.
Do not catch it in the corner, and it's okay if you do catch it there to put the ball on the floor and try and dribble around it. Do not just throw it up for grabs, or if you absolutely have to, launch it down the other end if you have to. Or just go to the free throw line and knock down some free throws.
They look nervous, man. Just bring the ball down the court. They don't want to foul you unless they have to.
Just on Majukdeng, it's a Tassie career high for him as well. 22 points, his most in these colours. So 95 apiece, we go to OT. Kels, what's Mike Wells dialing up here?
Well, no surprises, he wants to go back to Isaac in that high-low action. You can see it there. Kendrick Davis, he wants to get him more involved, but he said it's all about the defensive end. It feels like that's the one that got away for Adelaide, and I feel like they were feeling it in that huddle too.
Can understand why. Absolutely understand why. Davis again sees those numbers running down, gets it to Mayen for 3, no good. Davis, Humphries, Mayen, Harold, Vasiljevic out there. Ian Hunter's been part of that 5 for Tassie down the stretch. Deng, Doyle, Drimmick and Crawford. The other 4 with him. Why not go back to Majukdeng? Why not go back to Majukdeng?
Oh, he gave him the too small.
Oh, it's on here. 24 and 6 for Majukdeng.
But you know how it is. You make that last shot, you want that ball again straight away.
This is mindset he should always have, though.
Again, Adelaide sees those numbers wind down to 4, to 3, to 2. It doesn't matter when that man's got the ball, though.
37 now for Kendrick Davis.
Equal career high.
I'll tell you what. This case gets a little stronger and stronger.
Doyle looking for the answer. 5 now for Tassie on the clock. Back to Deng they go. He's fouled.
Look at me, coach. That ball's got to get in there a lot quicker. Oh, Kendrick Davis on him. He's on a heater. 24 points.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Shooter on the line. Shooter on the line. Let's go. Let's go, line up, everyone.
225th game for Majukdeng in the NBL. And only 4 times has he scored more points than he has tonight. 25. Ties it at 98. You see Adelaide have left some points out at the line this evening. 17 of 25, Tassie 8 of 12. Calm as you like. Little shake of the shoulder from Majukdeng.
Seen his free throw routine, but how good has he been?
What a pickup he's been for Scott from his team.
And this is off the bench. I'm telling you guys.
Ian checks out as Krislovic checks in.
1 point Tassie lead. Vasiljevic going past.
Oh, got a little push in the back there. Vasiljevic.
Milton Doyle with another rebound inside. Drimmick with the finish.
And one opportunity. The crowd is up and about in Tassie.
Against his former team, Anthony Drimmick doing the business. 15 points. And he can make it a 2-possession game at the line.
That's 5 fouls on Lat Mayen. For Tasmania, for a team, it's a culture. They just do not get rattled in these moments. They find a way to stay together. They stick the course, possession at a time. And on the other side, besides Kendrick Davis, we've seen Adelaide do the opposite.
Adelaide let me down in that fourth quarter by the way they played. I mean, they didn't play smart. You got to lead. Yet you don't play to protect the lead. You continue to play the way you should, the way you know it got you the lead. So.
Oh, Humphries has almost lost that. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Tassie.
Adelaide started with it. This is a huge possession right here for Tasmania. If they get a bucket.
You can understand why Majuk Deng's firing them up.
Look at the crowd.
Don't really need any help or any encouragement. JackJumpers by 4. They've lost their past 2. This man's been out of control. Kuzlovic dives on it.
I love that play. Double screen for Milton Doyle. And then a back screen for Majuk.
I like the play.
Yeah.
You would like to have seen him just put the ball on the floor. He loves a shot fake. Couple of dribbles. Head down. You see, right now Milton Doyle's just talking to the bigs because he's the one guarding Kendrick Davis and how they're going to guard the ball screen.
So this offensive approach changes from Adelaide.
See, they're trying to push him left.
Again, the numbers on the shot clock wind down. Davis for Kadee. Inside to Humphries. Mashed up on Deng. Humphries over the top, around and out. 2 minutes remaining in this one. Tassie by 4. Doyle waves away the screen from Kuzlovic, accepts it from Deng, now finds the big fella. Couldn't buy one earlier in the season, can't hit one there. Davis the other way in transition. Kendrick Davis, a new career high with 39.
He is putting on a show.
He is so tough, especially in transition.
Now this is a summer shootout. 102 to 100 in overtime.
The ball gets back to Milton Doyle. Just flatten out. Let him go one-on-one.
He likes the look of this. He's hit big shots from there before, not on this occasion.
That's back-to-back possessions. They bring the ball screen. I know he's trying to get Harold to switch on him, but just flatten out.
Davis looking for 40. Outside to Kadee. Rebound Majuk Deng. Under a minute to go. 2-point Tassie lead. Looking to get to 12 and 10. No Sean McDonald, no Will Magnate. And trying to send Adelaide to 9 and 12. These two teams right in the thick of the playoff hunt. Doyle loses it. Kuzlovic comes up with it. They all dive on the floor. Jump ball goes to Adelaide.
One timeout each left. Now this is interesting for Adelaide. Do they want to get a good shot for a 2-for-1? Probably not enough time. Unless it was a rush shot, so they just want to execute.
Jason, 35.0.
This is when you talk about close, when you are the go-to guy and you have a clutch gene like Milton Doyle. And that ball comes back to your hands.
Clear it out. When you bring a screen in, you're bringing in help. 9 times out of 10, when you come off that screen, somebody's jumping out at you. I don't need a screen. I'm going to get past my opponent.
Davis has got 39. He's fouled by Doyle.
Safe from the bonus, just one team foul.
Their score, 25.
So Davis, Kadee, Humphries, Harrell, Vasiljevic, a 5 for Adelaide. Crawford, Drimmick, Deng, Kuzlovic and Doyle, the 5 for Tassie. And Mike Wells wants to have a chat to his team with 29.3 seconds left. Tangerine timeout in overtime. Tassie 102 leads Adelaide 100. It'll be an Adelaide ball out of the timeout.
Just saw Jason Kadee kind of put his hands up. Right there, you see it again. I think he's wondering why they're burning the timeout now. That's their only timeout I think they had left. 18 seconds left. So if they score or miss, if Tasmania go down, have a bucket, you've got to get the length of the court now with no timeouts.
So 30 seconds remaining, and if they get a bucket down the stretch here, there's every chance it'll be from Kendrick Davis. 39 points he's got, 13 of 21. He has been absolutely extraordinary once again, Copes.
He's been the savior. I mean, playing the game the right way. 39 points, he's not forcing anything. He's shooting over 50%. He's come down and knocked down some hard threes in your face. And look, this is the kind of guy you have to ride. You got to get him the ball or get out of his way. Let him do his thing.
So 37 earlier in the season, and Bryce Cotton lit the 36ers up. He had 36 against New Zealand. Now he's got a new career high 39.
Back to that point earlier, Joel, I'm just trusting my team in that moment and not calling a timeout, because they need it. Even if they execute, if Tassie manage to score, you're going to have no time.
Harrell inside, and one for Montrez. He can hand Adelaide back the lead.
They executed, they did what they had to do. They got Harrell down low, and one opportunity now. So, he knocks this one down. Tassie going to have to try and get a quick bucket. And you can see, Elizabeth, all he wanted to do was get out of the way, because at that point now, you basically just have a chance to really wind down the clock if you don't cause the extra free throw.
So 28.5 left. Montrez Harrell at the line. Cal, sounds like that's just what they drew up.
That was absolutely identical to what Mike Wells said. It was Harrell in the post, and he got it done.
And he's really going to hear it from this Tassie crowd now, if he hadn't already introduced himself, to give Adelaide the lead with half a minute remaining in overtime. Oh! It bobbles around and falls. My State Bank Arena falls almost silent. And Scott Roth will talk to his team with 28.5 remaining. And now it is Tassie down by one.
Let's see how they execute. Adelaide did their job, they executed.
You got Dean who's on fire. You got Milton Doyle who you know can knock down the big shots. You got Crawford who come off screen and let it fly. So you got plenty of options.
The other side of it is when you have a team that's called a timeout like Adelaide did, and they've got the inbounds, you've got to put Majuk Deng on that inbounds pass. They have the length. Just an easy straight line pass. But what if they draw up? You going to Doyle or Deng?
I'm going to Deng. And not necessarily a three-pointer. Give him an opportunity to do his thing. Post up, turn around.
So both teams now out of timeouts. So 28.5. Cal, what did Scott Roth have to say?
Well, it's Drimmick getting downhill first and foremost. If he can't do that, then it's looking for Deng or JC or for Kilcutt.
Eyes peeled here, as are the whole of Tassie. Drimmick does get downhill inside, loses it.
Tell you what, this might be Adelaide ball. That's called it Tasmania. So that's what Kelsey was saying. It was a misdirection play. Misdirection play. Oh no, that should be.
We're just confirming out of bounds.
Yeah, offsides. We're going to review this without needing to be challenged. So the misdirection play that Kelsey spoke about, you've got a double down screen for Jordan Crawford. Nobody expecting the isolation for Drimmick.
So 103 Adelaide, 102 Tassie. Both teams have led by double digits. Adelaide by as many as 14, Tassie by as many as 10. And now the clock, the sticking point between these two teams.
How crucial this result could be for both teams in the final standings.
Tassie in 6th, 11 and 10. They currently own the last play-in spot. Adelaide 8th, 9 and 11. Tassie with Perth on Sunday. Adelaide with the Hawks on Monday. 1-point ball game. In the run into playoff, every moment matters. Few more so than this for Milton Doyle. He can't hit. Krizlovic almost has it. They dive on the floor. The desperation is clear. Possession arrow gives it to Tassie, but possession itself gives it to Adelaide.
Didn't they just have it? Yeah, I think they just had the last jump ball. It should be Tasmania ball.
Yep.
Isaac Humphries was on the ground.
Hang on.
There's been multiple jump balls. It should be Tasmania ball.
Quarter started with Adelaide. Tassie got one. Adelaide got one. It should be Tassie.
It should be Tasmania ball.
Swapping it out.
That's what Tasmania are arguing. We saw that multiple jump balls.
They're just confirming the arrow's right.
An error
so it might be a moment.
If not, how is it a jump ball? I can't run. I know. He's got his, I'm not going to do it to you, but he's got his arm around his head.
We had the same, very, very similar. Not exactly, very
It was
similar.
definitely Adelaide last jump ball.
Yep.
This should be Tasmania ball.
We're checking the jump ball arrow is correct.
Okay.
Scott Roth. Drawing it over with his team there. You hear it in the background. Definitely Tasmania ball.
Yeah, Tasmania knew. They were all over it. 4 seconds to go.
The jump ball is 35 seconds.
Best available shot.
There was a jump ball at 35 seconds that you guys got possession. They didn't reverse the arrow on the last play. At 35 seconds. I understand this. I don't know what's going on. They didn't change the arrow last time you guys got it on a jump ball. So we called the jump ball. I had a stop come in because I thought it was a change of possession. I want the 5 back in. Come on in there.
So I understand what Mike Wells is saying there. Mike Wells thought it was their ball, so he was putting free throw shooters in. Now he wants his defending crew in because he wants that substitution void, which makes sense to me.
Absolutely. Crawford, Drimmick, Deng, Krizlovic, Doyle. Doyle will inbound it from the baseline. Davis.
This has straight back to Milton Doyle, curling up to the 3. Written all over it.
Floor down here.
Drimmick and Kadee, good mates. Long relationship in basketball in this league. Playing with them against each other.
Just feel like this is a little up screen. Get to Krizlovic. Milton Doyle's going to curl up around the 3-point arc. One dribble, let it fly.
Just making sure the court's in pristine condition for it all to unfold.
I think they're quickly going through and 100% guaranteeing the jump ball, which here we go.
So Doyle to inbound. 4.5 seconds remaining. 1-point Adelaide lead. Tassie ball. Majuk, Deng. Oh, goes around and out. Doyle, no good! Milton Doyle tips it home. 0.2 seconds remaining. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. He couldn't buy one last week. And this week, he lifts them in their moment of need.
What a play, though. Majuk Deng was wide open. They're going to check the clock.
Checking the game clock here, okay?
There's no time to catch and shoot if that game clock is correct.
Just the situation we had between Cairns and Illawarra last week. It was a baseline inbound with 0.2 seconds left. It did not allow the Hawks time to win it.
Yeah, 0.2 is only enough time for a tip-in. So they're going to check the clock. Jason Kadee saying how long do they have to get multiple tip-ins at it?
That was a long 4 seconds.
It was, but to their credit, Majuk Deng caught it and shot it straight away.
It was in slow motion as that ball hung in the air. Milton Doyle missed the first one, tipped home the second one.
That is correct. 0.2 is correct.
0.2 is correct. Tasmania are going to record a quite remarkable victory.
I can't grab and throw.
Ball Maybury say you can't grab it and throw it, you just got to tip it in.
The JackJumpers. They may have been down, but they are never out. This team loves a fight. Back to the wall. They get it done in fine style. 104-103. And if you are thinking this team, without some of its biggest names, won't be hanging around all the way down the stretch, think again and have a look at what it means to Scott Roth.
Bloody good. How good. These JackJumpers. They just never say die.
Wow. How great is that?
Who do you think you are, I am,
Bit of
Joel?
Pete Weber about the great
Real
man.
Pete Weber from Scott Roth here.
He has just bowled a strike and knocked Adelaide over. 104-103. Christine Finnegan, the CEO, is part of the celebrations, and why not?
Juk Deng, what a game, what a moment. Still want to see those final moments again. He's the NBL special this year.
26 for Juk Deng. And just our third overtime finish ended like this.
Just wide open shot. Tip. Another tip.
I mean, what a play. That was wide open from Juk Deng. Nearly nailed it. And then Milton Doyle had 2 bites at it. Goodness me, he's clutch, isn't he?
Wow. And calm. He puts it in and he walks away like nothing happened.
What a win. What a win. What a game.
So that's what it means to the ladder. Tassie, 5th spot. No Magnay, no McDonald. Perhaps both of them gone for the remainder of the season. And Adelaide 9-12. They've got a big task against the Hawks on Monday. 26 points for Juk Deng. Kelsey Brown, he was absolutely magnificent.
He was unbelievable. Juk Deng, I know this is the last thing you want to be doing. You want to be celebrating with your teammates. How do you guys just keep getting these really tight games under your belt?
I mean, we work hard for this. We're getting count now, but we don't care about that. We believe in ourselves. And tonight we play for Shawnee. He's a hell of a player. We're going to miss him. And tonight we have to show out. Everyone step up. Shout out to Nick Stoddard. He did a fucking great job. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. But I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him.
There seems to be so much emotion in this team at the moment with the loss of Magnay and Shawnee Mack, who's probably sitting at home watching this. How proud are you of the team just getting up and getting on with it and seeing the emotion from Scott Roth there?
Yeah, it's a next man mentality, you know. We believe in one another. From the import all the way to the training player. We work hard and we believe in one another, and you can see the results.
I just want to know what your mindset is. You keep shooting big shot after big shot. That mindset of yours, what do you need to get that done? What goes through your head when you've got those big shots to make?
I mean, I'm a confident player. I don't care if I miss 20 in a row. I always believe I'm going to make the next one. And, I mean, I've been doing it for a while, so I just keep believing, you know.
Yes, sir, baby!
We absolutely love this team down in Tassie, as do their fans. The atmosphere here is absolutely incredible. A huge game for Tassie, winning 104-103. They got it done in overtime here in Hobart. You've been with the Hungry Jacks NBL. Don't go anywhere. The boys will be back to break it down after this.